Hi guys, how are you doing? Hope everyone is having a wonderful Saturday. So join me in the kitchen to make some chicken foot soup, and this is how I make my chicken foot soup. And guys, remember, everybody cook different. I may not do the things that you do, but this is how I make my chicken foot soup. So, this is me cleaning up my chicken foot, trying to make sure all the nails are off. And I like to use lime and vinegar in my meat, washing my meat, because I'm not supposed to be eating and smell the rawness coming from the meat. So you know wash your chicken or foot or your meat, whatever, wash it with lime and vinegar. I did not go to church today, so I decided that, you know what, let me, make this chicken foot soup. And I was trying to stay out of the video a little bit because I don't like to show like too much, skin. But anywho, I couldn't avoid it, and I did not want to go and change my clothes because, I wasn't really going anywhere. Look at my chicken foot. They are so clean and nice. Look at that. No debris on it, nothing at all. They just clean and smell so fresh. And in the meantime, I was prepping for dinner for Sunday. So as my grandmother always said, whistle and ride and use one stone and kill all the birds. So while I was in the kitchen, I was prepping my peas to cook. And that's a must. I always see my mother, put garlic in her peas, and it gives it a good flavor, and it just overall garlic is good. So I'm there prepping my peas to cook. And I decided that I'm going to take out my little piece of steak. And now to the ground provision. It don't take much for you to make a good pot of soup, And guys, I didn't use all that, the pumpkin and that yellow yam and that sweet corn. I just use, a portion of them because it's just two of us, so there's no need to cook this, whole lot of food. And I was so nervous. I was like, Lord, all my skin showing on the camera. But anywho, just focus on the food. So now that everything is peeled and in water, because you have to keep the food in water because you don't want them to get black. So now that the chicken foot and the carrot and everything is cooked down, and now I'm going in with some hot water because you don't want to throw cold water on it. So as any chef out there, or so that when you're cooking, you always have your kettle or a pot with hot water to the side, because you pour hot water, because if you put cold water, then whatever meat is going to turn back, it's going to be hard. So that's what I learned from working in a restaurant years ago. I always see the chef have, you know, a kettle with hot water, and he always said make sure to have hot water on standby. So now, you know, the food and everything is put in, and now it's time for the almost finishing, but not quite. So as you know, I cook, I know all the food, you know, is 90% cook and everything. So it's time for me to put in my seasoning, my green seasoning. So I have some bay leaf, I have some pimento, pepper, and thyme and scallion and garlic. So that's thyme. It wasn't timing, so after putting in the thyme, I realized that all the leaves coming off, and that's going to be really bad for my soup. That's going to be a lot of mess, so I decided to take it out. So now adding the rest of my green ingredients, my seasoning. Look at that, guys. Oh my God. The aroma from the pot is just so good. It smells so good. It's like, and I had my doubt in that piece of pumpkin. I was like, you know, I don't think it's going to give a good flavor, but never judge a book by cover, because that pumpkin is good. So when you're cooking a pot of soup like this, you have to use 2 packs of noodles to give it more flavor, because you don't want to add this whole bunch of, you know, other seasoning, powder seasoning. You want to get everything from the noodles. And you realize that what I'm doing, I didn't just pour everything in, because it always make a lump. So I, you know, do it moderate, a little bit by bit, so it don't be clumped up on the food. And there I'm going with the second one. And guys, remember, as I mentioned earlier, everyone cooks different. So this is my way of cooking. And then, you know, a little bit of complete season, not too much, to kind of, you know, give it that final touch. And also some garlic powder. Even though I put the green garlic, you know, I like to add a little, you know, bit of garlic powder, not much. So a little bit of butter to just finish it off. So this, it's not going to cook for too long, because everything is already cooked. It's just the seasoning and it need to be cooked. And now this is the final. Oh my God, look at that soup, guys. It's so thick. I didn't add anything in there to make it thick like that. The soup is so, oh my God, I ate like 2 bowls. It's rich, the pumpkin, everything. It's so, man, I tell you guys, look at that plate. And we have rain in Florida where I'm living. It's like raining and hailing out there. This first time I ever see hail in Florida since I've been here. Look at that soup, guys. Oh my God. Anyway, guys, please subscribe to my channel. Please follow my page. And I hope this video was really authentic. Bye.